Everybody, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Ali Haji. He's the CEO of Ion Energy. And Ali, it's good to have you back again. How are you?
Fantastic. A bit jet lagged off the site visit in Mongolia, but it's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we've got lots to talk about with you. Let's start with there. You finally were able to travel into Mongolia. So tell me about finally getting back there after obviously what has been a delay through COVID.
It was a great experience to go back to country. Ion Energy went public in August 2020 at the height of the pandemic. It was quite impossible for us to take folks with us for exploration purposes. You look at the rest of the world, including LATAM, there are a number of salars or playas in that region, but you also have the necessary skilled labor in that region. And so a lot of our peers and competitors were able to advance their projects with the necessary skill set in country. Us being first movers in Mongolia for the lithium brine space meant that we're bringing a very specific skill set to the region and the country as well. So having the opportunity to go out there and take our technical advisors, such as Don Haynes and Dr. Mark King with us to evaluate not only the exploration techniques, but also to train the folks on the ground to help advance our assets was ultimately invaluable. So really happy that we were able to get out there and really glad with the work that we've accomplished.
So obviously you had a chance to check out the projects as well. So let's go through them one at a time and begin with the flagship project. Tell me a little bit about what's been happening there as far as exploration is concerned.
So as I mentioned, the skill set is lacking in country from a hydrogeological perspective. We also wanted to conserve capital. So what we did last year was we opted for an auger program that spanned 222 holes across the entire license. That gave us a good sense of where the anomalies lie. And we identified the White Wolf prospect that was identified in December. So that gave us a grade of about 1,502 ppm, which is almost double the 811 ppm that was reported back in 2016. So very excited about that. Don, Mark, and myself drove through the entire Baavhai license with our technical team. We reviewed all the drill holes that were done historically, and now we're evaluating that data alongside the infill drilling that was earlier announced to determine where we would put our monitoring wells in the ground to better understand Baavhai. So Baavhai is still a fantastic asset. It's just a matter of planning that next step, and that next step will involve a significant amount of drilling as well.
And is that going to happen this year, Ali?
Absolutely. We're waiting on the results on the infill program now. And
okay.
Once we have that in hand, we'll make a decision as to where the drill rigs will be mobilized over the course of this summer.
Okay, let's talk about your other project as well. I'll let you say it because I always get the name wrong. So I'll let you say it first.
Fair enough. It's Urgakh Naran.
Yeah. And how's that going?
Urgakh Naran. Yeah, no, it's going really well. So about 6 weeks prior to departing Toronto and Halifax in the case of Dr. Mark King, we worked with our exploration team in Mongolia to prepare the necessary equipment, teams, as well as mobilize and build exploration camp on site. And so when we were out there, we were able to see the teams drilling, we were able to see the teams running the TEM lines, and it's essentially evaluating how that compares to what would be done on the other side of the world, where this skill set is quite evident. And we were very pleased with the progress we saw. There was some equipment missing, such as hydrometers, but I was able to take those with me from Toronto and bring them over to site. We took some multi-testers as well. We saw, I think I'd say in aggregate, about 7 holes being drilled over 3 days. There's 25 people on camp right now. So it's a big, busy hive of activity. And the TEM lines continue to get done. So you will see, based on the news release that we're talking about here today, that the vast majority of that work has been done. And a lot of the brine samples collected have high hydrometer readings, which is indicative of a good quality brine. There's some statements as well that you can refer to in our corporate video, as well as in the press release from Dr. Mark King, as well as Don Haynes.
So you're obviously seeing some early indications there that you're on the right track?
Yeah, I mean, we're very encouraged by what we're seeing. We can go so far as to say that it mirrors very much what you would see in the playa or salar in the Americas. And having looked at some of the readings on the ground, we're extremely encouraged. So it's a matter of waiting for the TEM lines to do their work, a good cross-section of the conductivity, and understand the stratigraphy below surface, and then ultimately get the assay results back from the samples collected. Samples were collected in a myriad of ways. The traditional, you bail out the hole, you wait 24 hours, you refill your sample bottle, and then you send that off to the lab. But given we were on site, we took the opportunity to collect brine in a bottle. So we were on the dry lake bed, we've collected those salar samples, and we have in fact submitted them to the lab. So we expect those results to be out to market here in short order. A busy year for us indeed.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, I appreciate you updating us. We'll wait for results and we will talk again very soon.
Thanks very much, Steve.
All right, there's Ali Haji, the CEO of Ion Energy.